You're making $25 an hour and you haven't paid your fines? You got a big problem here. You better call somebody.
Yeah, it
You
was.
don't think I'm going to let you walk out of here today, do you? You show
I know.
disrespect like this, you don't pay.
I know.
You
I have.
hang on, hang on, hang on. If you told me you were making $8 an hour and you had four kids and somehow, some way you didn't have the time to come in here, I might understand it. You should have come in and talked to us. You didn't show up in March. You blew this off. You're interrupting. Judges
Sorry.
don't like it when you interrupt. You should have
Sorry.
just come in here back in March and said, Judge, listen, I'm having some hard time. I pay $1,500 a month. I don't have the money. Can I have an extension? In which case I would have said yes.
Your
And
Honor.
if you did that, you're interrupting me again. I thought I said not to interrupt me. I'm back on December of 23.
Exactly.
It's 2 years. That's 25 months. Where have you been?
Correct. I'm under the impression somebody may have used my name. This is my vehicle, correct? But a police officer let me know that I had a warrant and I've never even, don't even remember being out. So yes, I could have let somebody use my vehicle at the time. But I do not recall at all getting pulled over.
So you're charged with failure to pay 248. Is that the amount, Heather?
Yes, it is, Judge.
So you could be held in contempt. I'm just telling you the possible penalties. Then I'm going to make a suggestion. Up to 1 day for every $10 owed, you could get 25 days. You can satisfy this in full by payment, full by serving the jail term, or in part by payment, and in part by serving the jail term. Do you understand that?
Say that one more time. You said that a little bit ago.
I'm sorry. You could get 25 days. If you pay $148 as an example, you'd only owe 100. You'd only have to serve 10 days. You can satisfy this contempt charge by paying it in full, by serving 25 days, or any combination thereof. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Did you sign an advice of rights form today and read it and understand it?
Did sign anything today.
All right. You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own, to use the subpoena powers to quote, to bring in those witnesses. To testify or remain silent. If you remain silent, that silence will not be held against you. If you plead guilty, you give up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Right.
You have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I will give you one. If you want a lawyer.
Court appointed.
Do you work?
Yeah.
Where at?
Jail.
I'm sorry?
It's a plant in Pontiac. It's called Jail Corporate.
How much do you make there?
About 1,200 every week.
Every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I'm going to enter a not guilty plea.
The money.
Did you live on Ken Cross Ridge in Greenville, South Carolina?
Correct.
Were you living there in July of 23?
No, I believe I got back by then.
Well, when did you get back?
Not sure. It was 23 though. Might have been in the summertime. It was warm outside still on January.
I'll give you a $500 personal bond. We're going to schedule this for hearing in front of Judge Hessen. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. You understand all that?
Correct.
He's to fill out a petition for a court-appointed lawyer. You are going to get a hearing date. I want the officer here, issuing officer, to appear. And we'll have a lawyer for you. So fill out a petition. We'll get the officer to appear at a later date. You show up at the later date and we'll give you a lawyer.
Okay.
Okay? What do you have for me, Heather? This is Judge Hessen's.
All right, let me take a look here, Judge. We could do, you want to do it on a Woodhaven day? She has Woodhaven next Wednesday.
That's fine, whatever you think. You want me to set it for that day?
Yeah, we could do the 14th. Let me take a look at her schedule at 9:30.
Okay, so next week at 9:30, okay? All right, so go down the hall, get your notice, but before that, fill out your petition for a court-appointed lawyer. Okay? Any questions?
Okay.
All right, and if I'd search my memory and decide what I'm gonna do there, right? But you can talk to your lawyer. Good luck. Kevin Hudson Sterling. 25W397175.
Good morning, Judge and staff. John Graziani appearing on behalf of Kevin Sterling, P numbers 43387. Please identify yourself, sir. Kevin Sterling, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning to you. I don't think I ever signed the summons here. So I'm signing it today. All right. So what have I got here?
This is a fraud, Judge.
Does he have any criminal history?
He does not have any criminal history, Judge.
Okay, so for purposes of arraignment, does he stand mute, wait for
Yes.
formal reading?
We do, Judge.
I'll enter a not guilty plea, and then, as I understand it, he's going to plead guilty. There's going to be restitution amount of 482.36, and the agreement is that the prosecutor will take this, or ask the court to take it under 771.1 for a period of 12 to 18 months. True?
That's correct, Judge.
All right. Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yes.
If you plead guilty here, possible penalties on this are up to 500 fines. Sorry, 93 days jail. Costs are all of those. I'll place you on probation at some point, set terms and conditions. We do have to notify the victim. They still have the right to appear. If you're compliant during the period of probation that I set, then at the end of that period of time, the case will be dismissed. Can't really do it for 18 months. You know, the maximum really on a 771 is 12.
We just wanted to exhibit good faith, Judge, and that's why we.
No, I understand, but that's good. That's fine. I got it. So do you understand all that?
Yes, we know.
And did you sign
Judge, I explained the advice of rights, but he did not sign.
Yeah, I need you guys to have them sign these if you would, please. All right. All right. All right. Are you satisfied with everything, Mr.
I am satisfied, Judge. We'll also rely upon the police report.
All right.
Basis. Thank you, sir.
All right. Do you understand everything on those advisory rights? I can't hear.
Yes, sir.
Did you sign it, read it, and understand it?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we are not going to have a trial of any kind. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Any questions before I ask you how you plead?
Yeah, Your Honor.
To the charge of retail fraud, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Was this over a period of dates?
It was over a period of days, Judge, and he confirmed what happened in the report, so we could rely on that.
So between May 1 of 25
in October, I believe, Judge, there were a number of incidents in that report.
and October 27 of 25, were you at the wall, all these?
Yes, sir.
I gotta have you keep your voice in.
Yes, sir.
Did you take property offered for sale without paying for it?
Yes, sir.
Was the store open to the public?
Yes, sir.
Did you walk past the register with the intent to steal the property?
Yes, sir.
And was the property at least valued at $400 and
$82.
482.36?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty? And that was at Aldi's in Woodhaven at 20078 West Road, correct? Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody in the world force you to plead guilty?
Courtroom.
Okay, I'm gonna accept your plea. I find it to be an accurate plea, made voluntarily and understandingly. The plea is accepted. I'll take it under section 771.1. I'm gonna give you a $1,500 personal bond, and here are your bond conditions. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with Gregory Mulford or employees of the Woodhaven Aldi. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email them, communicate with them, or have anybody else do any of those things for you on your behalf. Nor can you have any contact with prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer. You're not to enter the property address of 20078 Weston Woodhaven. You are required to go to Woodhaven Police Department and be photographed by January 7th at noon. Was there any drugs involved?
None, Judge. There's no drugs or alcohol involved. This is,
Okay, pre-sentence report and sentence date. We're gonna give you a sentence date. You're gonna go down the hall, pick up that date, the notice. You're gonna get a copy of the order for prints. You're gonna get a copy of the bond sheet. And then you're going over to probation where you'll be interviewed. And then you're going over to Woodhaven by noon today to get photographed and fingerprinted. Do you understand all that?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so what do you have for a sentence date for me?
It'll be February 4th at 8:30.
Is that good with you?
Judge, that would be fine.
He doesn't want to do the court to school, does he?
No, Judge, this has been a very,
Okay, good enough, good enough, good enough. February 4th at 8:30.
Thank you.
All right, you understand everything?
yes, Your Honor.
Does he work?
He does work right now, right now he's on a disability, short-term disability, Judge.
Okay. All right, so we'll see you back here. I wish you well. Any questions?
No question, Judge. Thank you again.
Have a good day,
Have a
Mr.
good day.
President. Thank you. Eon Michael Evans. 24W836404.
Your name's been Ian Adams.
Is he in custody?
Yes. Okay.
I don't understand these guys. All you gotta do is come talk to us. All right, detective, your name,
Detective Davis, Woodhaven Police Department.
Mr. Evans, your name,
Ian Evans.
your appearance.
Your name's been Ian Adams.
What is he gonna do?
Judge, he works for four and gets paid Friday and can have this paid by Monday. But he will plead guilty to felony.
Hang on, look at me, Mr. Williams. You understand what your lawyer said? Hello? Talk to me, not to him.
Oh,
He's the
I can't hear,
police
sorry.
officer. I'm the judge. Come on up here. Are we having a problem with the volume?
A little bit. I didn't tell you were talking to me. My fault, sir.
All right, that's all right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Your lawyer tells me you're going to plead guilty. If you plead guilty to this failure to pay $285, you could get 29 days. You can satisfy that in full by serving the 29 days, so you'll be out by February the 4th or 5th, or you can pay it all, or you can serve some time and pay the balance. You get $10 credit for each day served. Do you understand that?
I
I
understand.
can't. You understand that?
Yep.
You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to question their witnesses. Bring in your own. Use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we are not going to have a trial of any kind. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
To the charge you failed to pay $285, how do you plead?
Plead guilty.
You failed to
Judge.
pay?
His
Uh,
balance is actually 320 now.
Oh, 320 because of warrant fees, because he doesn't show up. To the charge you
Correct.
failed to pay 320, how do you plead?
Guilty.
So you could get 32 days. Do you understand that?
I do, sir.
You failed to pay?
I cannot pay right now. I'm sorry.
Did you
I
fail to pay? You got
I
a
did.
problem.
did fail to pay.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
Nobody forced me to plead guilty.
How old are you?
How old am I? 22. Just turned 22.
You work at Ford Motor Company?
A little over a year now,
Where at? Which plant?
down in Monroe, the
How
packaging
much,
plant.
how much do you make there?
I just now make over like $25 an hour.
You married?
No,
Kids?
I have a kid on the way in April.
You're making $25 an hour and you haven't paid your fines? You got a big problem here. You better call somebody.
Yeah, it was.
You don't think I'm gonna let you walk out of here today, do you? You show disrespect like this, you don't pay.
I know.
Hang on. If you told me you were making $8 an hour and you had 4 kids and somehow, some way you didn't have the time to come in here, I might understand it. You should have come in and talked to us. You didn't show up in March. You blew this off.
Yeah.
Did you let him make, detective your name?
Detective Kyle Davis.
Did you let him make calls?
He did get a phone call with his mother, I believe,
You
hours
better,
ago.
you better get your mother to bring you the money.
Yeah, I already, it's all my money, and I pay rent and stuff on my own, so I don't get
To
paid.
who?
I don't get paid until Friday.
Rent to who?
My rent. I pay for my own house and stuff, so I rent
Where
my house.
you own a, listen, do you rent a house?
I do.
Where's the house?
It's over there in Taylor.
How much you pay per month?
Just about 1,500, a little bit more. Like I wish I had the money. Like, I would pay it right now if I could. Like I said, I
Mr.
just
Evans, it's
money's
not
tight.
that you don't have the money. That's not the issue.
I
The
know.
issue is you should have shown up for your show calls and said,
Here's the thing,
"Hey,
though.
listen, you're interrupting. Judges
Sorry.
don't like it when you interrupt." You should have just come in here back in March and said, "Judge, listen, I'm having some hard time. I pay $1,500 a month. I don't have the money. Can I have an extension?" In which case I would have said yes.
Your
And if
Honor.
you did that, you're interrupting me again. I thought I said not to interrupt me. If you did that 42 times, I still would have let you go on. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand. Can I add something, Your Honor?
Can you have what?
Can I add something? I haven't the reason why I haven't had no vehicle though. So ever since
Wait a minute, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. You what?
I haven't since I got that accident though. I never even knew that I never had no vehicle to get that ticket or warrant handled. So I never even knew that it became a warrant until I had my new vehicle set. So it's kind of I didn't avoid it. I just could never make my way down to Woodhaven or anything like that to
Hey,
handle
that
it.
sound like you live in Iron Mountain. Young man, you drove by here every day. Where's the plant you work at?
I technically don't drive there. My mom, I drive
Where's
my
the
mom.
plant you work at?
Monroe.
Where's Taylor? Is it north of here or south of here?
It is. That's north from Monroe.
Where is Monroe from here? Is it south of here or north of here? You
South.
drive by here, whether you're driving whether you're taking a helicopter ride, a boat ride, you're taking a bicycle, somebody's driving you. You come by here every single day. I-75 you would take to Monroe, and there's a Woodhaven exit on I-70 off of I-75.
Your
Make
Honor.
it sound like this was an impossible task. We didn't ask you to go to the moon.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was real.
It's not, you don't have to apologize to me. You're going to be the one that's going to end up
I
with
know.
the consequences here.
I know. It's just things. Like I said, when I got that ticket, I didn't. I lost my car. I was in the middle of moving, and I never even really thought of it. And then I got a car back, and then the car blew up on me, and then I had to get a new. It's just been it's not even I don't even drive to work. I don't, to be honest with you, my mom drives me to work. So, I carpool with her. We work together. So, it's not that I purposely avoided or, it's just I just never even really had thought of it. I ended up moving. I never got an email or text that the ticket became a warrant or anything like that. So, and
Where was he? Hang on, slow down. Detective, where was he picked up?
Southgate.
What was he doing in Southgate?
It was a traffic stop. The officer indicated that the high beams were on, so he pulled him over because the high beams and
I
windows.
thought you just told me you don't drive. Didn't
It
you
was-
just tell me? Hang on.
I said I don't drive.
Hang on.
I don't go down past Woodhaven though. I go to reviews of the gym and that's it.
You drive to Monroe for work, right? Somebody drives, you don't take a helicopter, do you?
My mom, yeah, I drive with my mom down there, but I ride back here up to Taylor after work, and then I go to the gym. I go to the gym.
The more we're having this conversation, the more I think you need to go to jail.
Okay.
These guys. How much do you get paid on Friday?
They should get paid around, it's a holiday check. I should be getting paid pretty good money.
I didn't ask you that. Can you pay this all on Friday, or do you
I
need
can.
more time?
I can pay it all on Friday, sir.
Are you sure?
100%.
I will give you more time if you need more time, but you can't do this. You should learn that this should be a lesson, because really you should go to jail today. Are you
I
sure
know.
you can pay all of this on Friday?
The 300 and what is it, $20 now? I can give you even more than that.
I don't want more than that. You pay $320 by January the 9th. Actually, I'll give you credit. When was he picked up? This morning or yesterday?
This morning at 2:20 in the morning.
Well, he spent some time in jail. You pay $310 by January the 9th. Any balance waived? There is no balance, because I'm giving you $10 credit for the last few hours. Come on, don't get in the habit of a lot of these other guys, will you? You're gonna just make your life miserable.
I know.
Enough without doing that. Judges are not unreasonable. You go talk to them. Judge, I don't have the money. Nobody's going to give you a hard time as long as you go in there and are up front. You're not brought in handcuffs. Best of luck. Thanks, Detective. Jonathan
what was the
Glenn
date you gave
Compton.
him? I'm sorry,
What's
Judge,
that?
I missed the date it cut out that you gave him to pay.
He's going to pay by the 9th, Friday.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Thanks. Jonathan Glenn Compton. 25W839357. All right, so this is going to be a bench trial, right?
Correct.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Laney?
Yes.
You have the constitutional right to a jury trial. By waiving a right to a jury, I will be the one who will solely decide your guilt or innocence. Do you understand that? 6 people will be impaneled. All 6 would have to agree that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in order for you to be convicted. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Anybody force you to give up your right to a jury trial? And you still wish to do that? All right, I'll accept the waiver, and we'll have a formal hearing on the other 2, the civil infractions, on that date. Are we gonna be able to do this? Now I've got to go further, right? Is this gonna be a plea or something, do you think?
Hopefully, Judge, we're looking at a resolution here, yes.
Heather, I don't want to have to move all this. I'm already on the board on this, or soon. Do I have to move this all the way to February?
For a jury date, Judge, is that what
No,
we're
just a
looking at?
bench.
Oh,
just a
yeah, for
bench
bench
trial.
trial.
I'm off on the 21st.
Yes. I talked to Mr. Yurick about the 28th and having an afternoon docket, but I have not heard back yet on that.
Is he good with that date?
January 28th,
Yeah.
right? Are you good with January 28th?
No, I mean, did you talk to Mr. Yurick about that?
We did not discuss a date. We thought, Judge, you were gonna push it out for the 21st.
I was, but I'm not here.
Okay, I can run in that.
No.
Your Honor,
Are you good on January 28th at 1 PM for a bench trial on this?
I am going to, that would be for Mr. Fanego, so I would have to check that, Judge.
Can you check now?
I can check now. I can't guarantee a response now, but I will certainly check now.
I'm curious what,
I will come in with
Fine.
the information as quickly as I can. If you could pass the matter, Judge.
I'll pass it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. Have a seat 1 second, okay? As soon as he comes in. Charles Lamont Towns. 25W839232 OM. You find him, Mr. Towns?
No, the officer looking for food.
Shaquila Shante Harvey. 25 W838266A in B. Your name? You're another one. You are another one. You had a ticket on the A file. It looks like you posted a bond on that and a bond on B. Did you talk to the prosecutor yet?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have a lawyer?
No.
All right, so you're gonna plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, right?
Yes.
If you plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, possible penalties are up to 500 fines, nightmares, jail costs, or all those. Do you understand that? Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights? If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
No.
So he's also going to dismiss the suspend and the no insurance, right? All right. Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a trial. Do you understand that? You have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I'll give you one still. Do you want a lawyer?
No.
To the charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead? Were you in control of a 2017 Chevy that was being operated on Western Ford Lane in Woodhaven, April 3 of 25 at 1:52 in the morning?
Yes.
Allow somebody to drive that was unlicensed, and that was you, correct? Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it. Where's Kyle Robinson?
I work.
Is he gonna let you apply the bond?
Yes.
You're gonna have to call him and have him call the court. What's his relationship with you?
My husband.
You could go out the hallway, call him. I'll accept your plea. I'll dismiss the suspend. I'll dismiss the no insurance. Where does he work?
Yeah, it's in John.
How do you want me to handle this, Heather?
As far as the bond judge, he can
It's in her
call up,
husband's name.
he can call up and ask for the cashier Stephanie, and she'll talk to, Steph will talk to him, and she can get his permission.
All right. So I'm gonna have you call him. And then he's gonna call, right? I'm gonna write it down for you. Okay? And he can call our cashier and tell us, and then you're gonna come back in here and I'll send you. What's Stephanie's extension?
I believe it's, let me double check here, 212.
Come on up here. My recorder's going to hand you this sticky note. And you can call your husband right now, not from the courtroom, go out in the hallway. Call him and tell him that, ask him if he's going to allow you to apply the bond, assuming he is. You're coming back in here and I'm going to sentence you, okay? Thank you very much. I'm still waiting on Mr. Carmen, right? Thornsberry, Johnny Luke Thornsberry, 25W839358. Mr. Carmen, I'm gonna need you in the courtroom, sir.
Be right in.
Your name, sir?
Johnny Luke Thornsberry.
You're charged with possession of LSD, it says, possession of cocaine, Schedule 2. The other right to a lawyer, I'll be happy to give you one. Would you like a lawyer?
It's LS. I didn't hear no LS.
And when you look on the bottom, it says possession of cocaine. I don't know why you came up with LSD.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
you can, hang on, don't tell me you had anything. Don't admit to anything right now. I'll give you a lawyer and you talk to your lawyer and you can explain all that to your lawyer, okay?
Okay.
And then, come on back in here as soon as you and your lawyer have talked, all right? Thank you very much. People against Charles Lamont Towns, 25W839232. Come on up to the podium, sir. State your name.
Charles Thomas.
All right. Come on up. Appearance.
Michael A. Carmen, B 73824, on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Mr. Towns pled guilty previously to malicious mischief. The agreement was, I believe, that it be taken under section 771.1. It was referred for a pre-sentence report. Have you had a chance to review the report with him, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Your Honor, yes, I have just two additions to make. As far as Mr. Towns' employment status, he is still working at Ford, earns the same amount. However, he's gonna be laid off on and on starting January 19th. So there's gonna be a total layoff of 12 weeks, but it's gonna be off and on.
I need to ask, let me ask you a question. I'm sorry. I need to ask if Joseph Naday from Gorno Ford is here. Joseph Naday. Come on up here. I'm sorry. I should have asked before. My apologies. Your name right there, that's a microphone, believe it or not, and right to your left. Your name?
Joseph Leon Naday.
Okay. I'm gonna let them finish and then I'm gonna come to you, okay? Go ahead, Mr. Carmen.
So, Your Honor, given the 12-week in total layoff, which is going to be on and off over the next few months, Mr. Towns is going to lose a fair bit of income due to that. I should add, for dependent children, he has a son. He's 19, but he still fully supports him. So, of course, that factors into his income as well. But otherwise, I've gone over the recommendations of probation. Would ask that the court adopt those, please.
Is there anything you would like to say?
No, it's not. No.
So I read the report, Mr. Naday, and I just want to make sure my understanding of everything is correct. The defendant came over to Gorno Ford, and ultimately, because he was unhappy, he slammed a door and the window broke, right?
No, Your Honor.
What happened?
So, he did leave aggressively. He slammed the door, but the window did not break. He punctured, the wall behind the door.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry. The door swung open with enough force to damage the exterior of the building. All right. Do you have a bill for that? Did you cover, was it covered by insurance? Did Gorno Ford have it repaired? Did you pay?
We repaired the house, sir.
So there's no restitution that you're asking for?
No, we're just asking that he doesn't return.
Is there anything that you would like to say, Mr. Kerman, in addition to what I just said?
Your Honor, nothing further. I will note the no contact and no return to the business as part of the report.
What was the service that was performed?
Just a oil change. So the individual came in, around 2 or 3 o'clock, met with a service advisor, dropped off his vehicle. We shuttled him home. The agreement, was we were going to be done with this vehicle by 6. I believe we got done with it at 6:05. We went and picked him up also. And then that oil change was free for another issue that he had previously. So we gave him a free, oil change. We shuttled him home, back and forth. He came back upset that it wasn't done at 6 o'clock. And, I came out of the office, apologized to him. He was fine when we talked. When he exited the building, he was pretty aggressive. I went out there in front of him and asked him why he slammed the door. It was later that we pulled the video that he kicked the door open. But I told him I was going to call the police. He came up pretty aggressive. I don't recall what was being said. We were both yelling at each other.
You and him?
Correct. I told him I was gonna call the police. He did stay for about 5-10 minutes, then he left. He did get there. Detective called me the following day. They reviewed the footage. And that's the last I've heard about the case.
Okay, Mr. Naday, tell me, what, so you were upset about 5 minutes?
That's a total lie. It was a buildup. I shouldn't have kicked the door. That's-
Okay, I get it. Hang on.
Okay, good.
I want to know why you were so upset that would cause you to fling the door open and cause
Because that
damage.
was the third time.
Let
I
me,
was up there.
let me finish.
Okay.
I want to know why it was or what happened that made you so upset that you would fling the door over and cause about $500 worth of damage to the exterior of the building. Now you can tell me everything.
That was the third incident that, I had coming up there. So,
On this day?
no, third time in a row that I came up there. It was, he know about them all because a manager had got fired for the first week. So,
Say that again?
I said he knows about the incidents, about 2 or 3 of them, because the manager got fired from the first. That's why he's the manager now, because the first one got fired because of the incident with me.
Is that true?
No, sir, not to my recollection. I've been there 15 years and we didn't fire an employee due to a customer interaction.
It wasn't the interaction, it was the service that he did.
Don't talk to him, talk to me.
Oh, it was the service. It wasn't the service. It was when I went up there, the guy broke the nuts on my car, lied. The guy who did the front wheel alignment, he know the whole story. That's why they gave me was giving me a free oil change because of what they did to me and how long. So, but this last time I went up there, I dropped my car off at 10:30 in the morning. 10:30 in the morning, I dropped my car off. This is probably on the paperwork. Around 3 o'clock, 3:30, I start. They said it was gonna be 3-4 hours. About 3-4 o'clock, I called, and I had other appointments, so called about 3 or 4 o'clock. Basically, every hour I called, they told me we're on our way in an hour. So from 3, they closed at 6. So at 3 o'clock, 3:30, they told me somebody's on their way. I called back at 4.
To pick you up.
Excuse me.
Somebody's on their way to pick you up.
Yes.
Okay.
So at 3:30, I called them, nobody came. 4:30, I called them, nobody came. I know they closed at 6, 5:30, I called them. Again, like, what's going on? So they came and got me about 5:45, and me and him talked about that and everything, and yeah, on the way out, I missed a couple points. I was like, yeah, I kicked the door. I did it.
Okay, I mean, sometimes people get busy. I'm not condoning.
I understand that. That was, I don't condone it. I don't agree with it. That was the third incident. And I was, fed up and I had a lot going on in my life. And I was triggered. So, yeah, they didn't get the car at 3 o'clock. They got the car at 10:30 in the morning.
Okay, but still, I mean, sometimes that happens.
I was wrong. You're right. A lot of things happen. You're right. I understand.
See, I just, I'm not trying to. We all lose our cool a little bit. This just seems a little bit over the top, don't you think? I mean, you're kind of justifying your conduct
I
here.
didn't justify it at all. I said I was wrong 2 times. I didn't justify it. I don't justify it at all. It was stupid and impulsive. I didn't justify it 1 time.
You make more than 910 per week, right?
No, I don't.
How much you make per hour?
$40.
40 times 40 is 1,600. How do you come out to 910? Net.
Taxes.
Well, we all pay taxes. This is the United States.
I can show you a check right now.
No.
$835.
Well, but they're taking out what? Child support or
No, I
something?
don't pay child support.
Are they taking out
I
a?
filed single zero.
Hang on. Are they taking out some car payment or are wages being garnished? There's no way they're taking out $700.
Single zero and a loan from myself
All right.
that they're taking out, yeah, for hardship loan that they're taking back from my pay, yeah.
Okay. Anything else, anybody?
Your Honor, I'd like to speak.
Sure.
Gordon's been around for a long time. We're all very family oriented. I don't want to see any harm come to this gentleman. We're very second chance. We just wish that he doesn't return. That's all I'd like to say.
Well, I'm not sending him to jail.
And I don't have a problem. I've been going to Ford for how many years? Yeah, I've been
All
going.
right, talk to me now.
I've been going there for years. Years. Had no problem spending my money there. Years.
All right, but well, I'm just going to tell you one thing and then I'm going to sentence you. And this is not going to be overly oppressive, but you have to understand something. You're telling me that you were wrong, but then you're justifying your conduct. So I don't know which it is, but I'm going to let it go. 12 months probation. I'll take it under section 771.1. That was the agreement. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate a law or ordinance. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. You're to attend the anger management weekend program. You're not to enter 21111 Allen Road in Woodhaven. You're not to have any contact with Joseph Naday. No contact with him. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email him, communicate with him, have anybody else do any of those things for you or on your behalf. 1 day court work program. There's a $35 charge for that, and 1 day of community service. So you're going to do 1 day court work. It'll be a Saturday or Wednesday. There's a $35 charge. You're going to do 8 hours of community service. I want that done by February the 15th. And you're going to pay fines of 100, costs 100, 75 victim's rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 3 1/4 probation fees are $240 for $565. Attorney fees, I'll only charge $40, that's $605. And your court work program fees is $640, that's $35 plus the screening fee, $700. Restitution, if any, to be handled through civil litigation. So no contact, don't go back there. 8 hours community service by February 15th. We'll schedule you a day on the court work program. And that, sir, is pretty much it, except I just need to check out something. You do need to go over, I'm going to order you to go over to Woodhaven and get fingerprinted and photographed, okay? So you have to go over there today. You have to go over to the Woodhaven Police Department to get fingerprinted and photographed by 2 p.m. today, okay? Like,
So, you go to Woodhaven Police, that's the one on, West Road?
correct. Weston Hall Road. I'm gonna give you a review hearing date. You go down the hall, you'll get your review hearing date in paper form, and then you'll go over to probation and you'll be instructed, and then you'll go over to Woodhaven. I filled out an order for you to go over there and get printed and photographed. All right, Heather, what do you have for me in 12 months?
That'll be January 6th of 27.
Review hearing date will be January 6th of 27 at 8:30 in the morning. And do you have, how much of this $700 does he have?
I don't have anything on me right now. I don't have any money right now. I'm going through some things right now. I have a good job.
Okay, slow down. It's fine. Tell me when you think you can pay this.
I'll say.
Hang on, slow down. I'll set you up on a payment plan. Tell me when you can start and how much you can pay.
You can start me up for Friday. I'm gonna be on it for a year. Put it $50 a week. Well, I'm sure I'll pay it way beforehand, but I don't want to over.
You pay $75 a week, and I'll start this beginning on February the 27th. And if you don't have the money, no problem. You come and talk to me or Zoom in. You call the court and ask for an extension. I'll be more than reasonable. You okay? So if you don't have the money, again, you just don't worry about it, but you got to call and Zoom in, or you got to come and talk to me, and I'll be happy to give you an extension. Just don't.
Just one more thing, my client is asking for permission to leave the state January 19th. He's planning on visiting his brother in New Jersey. His brother is ill.
Okay, give me the file back, Jim, or wherever it went. I need it back. How long you gonna be gone?
Just the weekend.
All right, I'll just say can leave state between January 19th and January 26th. I'll just say, I know you only said you're only going to be gone a couple days, but just in case, you can leave state between January 19th of 26 and January the 20th. I'll make it January 27th of 26 to go to New Jersey. Okay. Anything else?
No, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good luck. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good day. Labadie. Reed Dean Labadie Jr., 25 W18.
Morning, Your Honor.
Jim Gamber, on behalf of Mr. Lavity, who's also present, go ahead and state your name. Very Lavity, gentlemen.
So,
You can solve this, Judge.
he keeps. What's this under Hyder or what?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me just check something here. All right, your name?
I'll get you in.
All right, Mr. Gamber, I'm sorry, your appearance again?
Yes, Judge, Tim Gamber, P78192, on behalf of Mr. Lavity.
All right, so he's charged with window peeping at a resident's address.
19116 High Clark Court.
All right, and he's going to plead guilty to that, and that's going to be under the Homes Youthful Trainee Act?
That's correct, Judge.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
So if you plead guilty to this, I'm going to place you on probation. I'm going to refer you for a pre-sentence report. You're going to come back. I'm going to place you on probation. The possible penalties here are up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, costs of all those. I'll defer the proceedings that term. Do you understand that, sir?
Yeah.
All right. And you understand if you plead guilty, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs of all those. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Any questions so far?
No.
For the charge of window peeping, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On November 13 of 25 at 4:37 in the morning, were you at or near 19116 Hyde Park Court in Woodhaven?
Yes.
And you lived in New Boston, right?
Yeah.
And you were looking inside somebody's windows
Yes.
at 4:30 in the morning?
Yes.
For what purpose? Just be honest with me. Was he intoxicated? Yes?
Yes.
Well, I can't take his plea if he can't make out a factual
Well,
basis.
I think he has sufficient recollection, to be able to handle this. I just think that some of the finer details might be.
Well,
He recalls looking in the window,
why were you looking in the window?
I used to live there.
You were looking in the window. You used to live there with who?
My dad,
Who's your dad?
reloading.
Same name?
Yeah. May I, Your Honor?
Yeah.
So they had previously, that was an address that they had previously lived at. So they had subsequently moved, but he found himself back at that address then.
What were you doing looking in what window?
I'm not sure.
You just looked in the window at 4:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Did you know the people that were living there at the time?
No, I thought I lived there. So,
You thought you still lived there?
Yeah.
What did you consume that day? How much alcohol or drugs or both?
I just thought,
How many? What kind?
Nick Ultra.
How many? 20? I can't hear you. Are you on probation or parole right now? Anybody force you to plead guilty? I'm going to accept your plea. I find it to be an accurate plea made voluntarily and understandingly. Please accept it. Does he have a drug or alcohol problem or?
He does.
Well, I know, but if he's drinking this much where he doesn't remember and thinks that he was living there at the time, I mean, that's kind of scary. It's not to say that.
I think, Your Honor, that I understand your concern on that. I think from my perspective too, though, it's, I think it's better, or at least there's a more reasonable explanation than just walking to a random house. He had previous.
I'm just saying, all I'm trying to say nicely here is if he thinks he lives at how long since you'd lived there?
Like 2 years.
he's going back to a house he hadn't lived at in 2 years. I mean, he must have been seriously under the influence. That's all. Here's what I'm doing. I'll accept the plea. I'll take it under 769. I'm not sorry, 76948. I'll take it under the Hyder statute 762.11. Refer you for a screening and assessment. You're going to be screened and assessed today and sentenced at a later time. I want you not to go back to 191. These are conditions of your bond. Do you understand that? I'll give you $1,000 personal bond, but you are not to go back to 19116 Hyde Court in Woodhaven, not to be within 2 miles of there. You're not to have any contact with the victim at all. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email, or communicate with anybody there. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. I do want him going to NA at least 2 times per week in person. And I also want him going over to get fingerprinted and photographed today by 2 p.m. at the Woodhaven Police Department. Do you understand that, sir? So you're going to get a review here. You're going to get a sentence date. Then you're going to go down the hall and pick up the sentence date on the notice. Then you're going over to probation. We're going to notify the victim. Probation will you'll fill out a questionnaire for them and be interviewed, and then you'll come back for sentencing. So why don't you give me another date, Lisa?
Your Honor, if I may, will the screening done by probation, will that not indicate then that they make a recommendation as to whether or not he has any kind of drug or alcohol problem? Because I think that if we look at it just this one incident, that yes, that there are some concerning aspects of it, but I really honestly do not believe that he has an alcohol problem. It's gonna.
He drank so much, he thought, I'm going to assume that he's been truthful and thought he was going back to his house. That's a blackout to a blackout to a blackout. I mean, if you go back to a place you haven't lived in 2 years and you start peeping through the windows and now you're in here telling the judge that you thought you lived there. I mean, if that isn't indicative of an alcohol problem, I don't know what is. I mean, I'll make a determination after I read the report, but he's going to go to AA. If anything, I think I'm at least a couple times a week too late. Mr. Crawford, you see the AA verification there. So we're going to hand that to you. You're going to give it to your client. He's going to go in person.
Judge, is there any way we could delay this now? He's having second thoughts about this.
No. Are you kidding me? What do you mean he's having second thoughts? Because I ordered him to go to AA? Are you kidding? There's only one of 2 things that happen here, son. You either were drunk out of your gourd, or you were going over to the window peep somebody, or both.
Yeah.
Hang on. Listen, I don't appreciate people arguing with me. You can disagree with me. It's okay. Nobody's ever heard me say I'm always right. But in this instance, if I don't order what I just ordered, I'm a bum. If what you told me is true, you thought you lived there. You hadn't lived there in 2 years. Did I misunderstand something? Did I misunderstand something? Then you are kidding yourself. You are kidding yourself. And it's okay, I guess. I'm not going to having second thoughts because he doesn't like the judge or him to go to AA twice a week or abstain from alcohol. Which is it?
Well, I think it's more so about his condition at the time as far as the knowledge of what he was actually in fact doing. And that was my concern. I'm not trying to throw a wrench in the machinery at all, but you've been very reasonable this morning from my perspective.
Well, I'm not understanding though. He's looking through the windows. At 4:30 in the morning, which causes me to say a lot of things to myself. I mean, I wouldn't go to my house sober even and look through the windows. at 4:30 in the morning. I'm gonna walk in the door. He didn't even try to walk in the door. I don't know what to say to you. You act like I'm sending you to jail for 90 days. This is strange. I'll do the screening. We'll see what happens. I'm going to keep an open mind, but he's going AA. I mean, I just cannot imagine a scenario under which I wouldn't order it then. Give me a sentence date, Heather.
That'll be February 4th at 9 o'clock.
Is that good with you?
That's good with me, right? Well, so the AA class will be done in the interim until the sentencing date.
Correct.
Fair enough.
He's going to go down the hall. He's going to get his notice. He's going to get an order for prints, and he's going to get his bond sheet. My court officer is going to hand him an AA verification. He has to go in person. Every time he goes, he has to have the form signed, and then he'll come back for sentencing, and I'll revisit it. But I don't know what else to say. I'm surprised that he thinks it's unreasonable. And, you know, it's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. It's all right. I don't expect everybody to agree with me. That's not going to happen. Good luck. We'll see you back here. Thank you very much. And you have to go over to Woodhaven to get printed and photographed. Okay, so now who did you say again, Heather? Shaquila
Harvey, yeah.
Shanta Harvey, I'm sorry, 25W838-266B. I'll note for the record that 266A, count one, 266A, no insurance was dismissed, and the driving on a suspended was dismissed, and I accept your plea to allow an unlicensed driver to drive. Your name, ma'am? You called your husband, he's gonna allow you to apply the bond, right?
Judge?
Yeah.
Just to let you know, on that no insurance, if I'm looking correctly, there is a suspension on that.
You're gonna have to pay that to get the suspension lifted from your. I mean, frankly, I'm surprised he's dismissing it, but I'm not gonna quarrel about it. But you're gonna have to pay the clearance fee on that, okay? It's $45. Anything, you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
Anything you'd like to say before I sentence you?
No.
100 fines, 200 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 4.25 or 60 days. And then you're gonna apply that. You're gonna apply the 45 for the clearance fee, so that's 480. I'm sorry, 470. And then the other money is going to be sent, we have to send it to your husband, okay? And we'll go from there. They'll explain everything to you down there. I sincerely wish you well. Good luck. Paul Edward Fortuna?
Yes.
Mr. If you're ready with something, tell me which ones. I'll call them. Come on up here, Mr. Fortuna.
Molinari.
25W840-237. Which cases do you have today?
Molinari.
What else? What else?
Prince.
Molinari and Prince? All right, go be next. Sir, your name?
Paul Fortuna.
You're charged with drunk driving, OWI. You have the right to a lawyer. Would you like a lawyer?
Yes, please.
We'll give you a lawyer. You go out in the hallway.
Thank you.
And he's gonna set you up. My court officer is with an attorney, okay? Janaya, Amani, Ariane, G. Neely, 25W839-8298 and B and C. Come on up here, man. So the other files were taken down. Your brother didn't show up. You're charged with driving on a suspended, operating while intoxicated, and open intox. Your name?
Janaya.
You have the right to a lawyer. Do you want one? You should get one on a drunk driving.
Yes.
Okay, John, set her up with a lawyer. Molinari, Madison Gabriel, Ellen Molinari, 24W835-562. Your name?
Madison Molinari.
Okay, so you went through probation. You're all set. Your name?
Madison Molinari.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm on the penalties of perjury, the testimony you've given these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
I do.
Technically, his, what do I say? His representation ceased at the time of the sentencing. Since you were in court on January 22nd, have you been arrested?
No.
Any new charges?
No.
Any contact with the police? No. Defendant compliant, case dismissed. Congratulations to you on motion to prosecute. This was technically your representation ceased at the time of the sentence.
Sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss the case. We're all set. You're all set. Good luck.
Thank you.
Prince, Kevin, Jaron, Darrell Prince, 25B726-159. Mr. Prince, come on up here.
Vice Law representing Mr. Prince, this, please make correct.
Did he sign an advice of rights?
Today.
No,
It's for sentencing and,
This is for a sentencing?
yeah, sentencing, there's a bond violation, allegations of a bond violation also, but this is.
I didn't even see this file. My apologies. I thought it was just a probation violation.
No, it's bond, bond violation.
So I ordered him to test that day. Okay. Who's his probation officer, Ms. Tessino?
Yes, Your Honor.
My mistake. I saw the.
Hello?
I need John Kevin Prince in here, okay?
Okay, I'll be in a second.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, you know. Mr. Tessino swore to bond violation I wrote on December 22nd. Defendant did not appear for testing as ordered on December 16th. On December 16th, I found him guilty of violating the bond and ordered him to test that day. Mr. Prince didn't think he had to test apparently. That's what I'm reading out of it. So we got a big problem, massive, huge. I don't know what he's thinking. So I'll listen to whatever you have to say. I'm going to sentence him on the bond violation. I'll determine how I'm going to proceed, and we will go from there.
I mean, wait for Ms.
I don't need to wait. I see what happened now. He violated my order.
Well, Your Honor, it's.
What happened? Did he get run over by a truck? Did he have a heart attack? Why didn't he go test on December 16th?
He would have came timely, however, he held up very close here by the train. It's not an excuse, it's just what happened. He doesn't, he's just, he now knows he needs to come a little early. I told him we have a interesting train schedule around here, but he needs to not cut it so close.
Do I look stupid?
No, Your Honor.
I must. I often question how stupid I must look. Your name? I want to make sure I understand this. There has to be, I must be misunderstanding. You swore out a bond violation. He came in front of me. I found him guilty of violating the bond condition. I ordered him to test on December 16th and he didn't test. Is that true or false?
That is true, but he does have an explanation.
What's the explanation? Forgot about, he told me, his lawyer just told me he got stuck by a train.
That is the explanation he provided me as well. He emailed me. It was the train, but I also, sounds like there was some confusion with the testing times in the evening.
How?
That he thought they were later than they were, and they're just from 5 to 7.
And I believe he's supplied at least some pictures to show that he was at least physically in that area trying to get here.
Yeah, and he did email me. I didn't print the email. I should have printed it. He did email me, but and I explained to him that nonetheless he missed the test, and then his next test wasn't until December
22nd.
18th.
That's why I would submit that if he would have tested right now, he would test negative.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't tell me anything.
I understand. It's a snapshot of where he's at.
Go get the email.
It'll take me a second.
What train? I can't hear you.
The one on Van Dorn?
Van Horn?
Yes,
One right out here.
yes,
You live in Flat Rock.
yes.
Why'd you have to come from the north?
We came from Van Horn coming east, so I
Van Horn coming east.
got stuck after I-75.
Slow down. Where were you coming from? Flat Rock?
Yes,
All right. The train is north of Van Horn.
yes.
Why would you have needed to drive north of Van Horn instead of turning right on eastbound Allen and turning into the courthouse?
I got to come on the other side.
I can't hear you.
I come from the other side of Telegraph, so I take Van Horn from Telegraph. I'm all the way here. So the direction from Van Horn.
I thought you said you just got stopped here on Van Horn.
Van Horn on the other side of Allen Road, coming from I-75, coming towards this courtroom.
I never dealt with this case at all. You know that? I never had any of this case before me, ever. Except on the bond violation. What time did you leave?
I left here
No, not here. What time did you leave to go test the DNA?
6:30 p.m.
What time's DNA open?
6:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. and then again 5 to 7 p.m. So he emailed me on the 16th at 7:32 p.m. and said, been here for 15 minutes. And he did provide 2 pictures of the train, but DNA was already closed. And then I emailed him telling him I was confused. And he said, sorry, I meant to send an explanation with the pictures. Yesterday after court, I went straight to go drop like the judge asked, but DNA was closed around noon, which would be true. They're open 6:30 to 9 a.m. And he said then I had to be to work around 1:30 p.m. I planned to go after work that day, but I had got stuck by the train again, and by the time I was able to get around to DNA, it was closed again. And he put in parentheses, I thought it was open till 9 p.m. So I had planned on going this morning, and when I called the DNA number, no callers were called, which was accurate. DNA wasn't open that day.
Where's the picture? Can you tell where the picture is taken on what track?
It's black and white, and even I don't know if he has the picture, it looks,
Let me see.
it's hard to see, and it's dark, so that doesn't really help.
Well,
He lives on West Huron River Drive, right?
That's where I say yes.
I can't tell, make heads or tails out of this.
Your Honor, my client and I both understand frustration with what seems like.
He had a 4.61.
My client understands he's got a drinking problem.
Does he live in Flat Rock?
Yes.
Did anybody talk to him about sobriety court?
They have. I'm just looking forward, if we would get to the sentencing, to joining the sobriety court. It's been approved. He's ready
He's
to
a
go.
candidate.
He's a,
He was scheduled for sentencing today. He was the email, the vote email, he was on there, and for whatever reason, everyone responded to both, and you only responded.
well, because this was not put down as my case.
So
I don't know what happened. This is what I'm talking. There's just too many mistakes.
well,
This was listed as Judge Hessen's case. This is not Judge Hessen's case. She took the plea in my absence. I've never seen Mr. Prince, except for the bond violation hearing. I've never talked to Mr. Prince. Have you been at any of the status reviews that I've had?
Yeah. he missed this morning. I put a sticky note on it.
Oh, when was he at a status review? The plea was taken on November.
Well, there wasn't, he would have been, I believe, he didn't have one in December because of the holiday, so he would have been probably at one before the holiday.
Were you at a status review with me?
No.
It's never even been at a status review. I didn't know who he was, and they said it was Judge Hessen's case. I had no reason to
Can I
quarrel with.
explain that? So he was on probation with Judge Heston for a separate OWI. It was in warrant status, if I remember correctly, she revoked the probation. You were off that day, that's why she arraigned him and referred him to you. This case.
No, I know, this was my case.
Yeah.
She took it in my absence. I don't know where I was on that day, but she took it in my absence. I get it. I'm not
Yeah.
quarreling with that. But no, but I was the only, I'm not voting on who's gonna be accepted into Judge Heston's sobriety court or not. And I was told this was her case. I don't remember this. I mean, if I was that good at remembering every face that came in front of me on every case that I ever handled, I have no business being here. I should have been present. Give me a break. Here's what I'm doing. What's that?
He was referred for your sobriety court on the new case.
I know that,
Okay,
but I've never talked to the man. I didn't take his plea. I never saw him at a status review. The email sent out said that it was Judge Heston's, and I wasn't gonna vote on it since it was Judge Heston's case. Here's what I'm doing. I need to back up on this. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm gonna adjourn the sentencing for a couple of weeks. And I'm gonna take a look at everything. I didn't even read anything on this because I did not believe it to be my case. So I will adjourn this 2 weeks. I'll adjourn the sentencing. Are you here on the 21st? Well, I'm not here. Heather, I need you to give me another date, please, for a sentencing.
That'll be February 4th at 9 o'clock.
Sorry, I gotta go all the way to February 4th at 9 AM. But I just do. I didn't even read the report. I don't even remember seeing this blue back in my file today.
it
Maybe,
did that, I will say, because of bond violation, I brought it down to say this morning. So
yes.
I will say,
So
but
I didn't see the report.
I understand the confusion of the email.
I'm putting this back. That's what I'm doing. He's to remain, and then I'll decide when I talk to the other people in you or whoever else. I'll decide what I'm gonna do on this, but I can't. You're gonna have to go down the hall and get another date, sir. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
You understand? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Johnny Thornsberry. Where's Johnny Lee Thornsberry? These guys want me all to come out and give them. Is that what I have to do?
You know, Your Honor, I tell them every time, have season.
I believe you. And this isn't signed either, but that's okay.
Thornberry's not there against the prosecution working on it.
He sent it in. He sent it in saying he'd give him 7411.
Sure, he told him to come to work.
Yeah, but I haven't presented it to my clients to sign.
All right, good enough. Why don't you take the file? And you can go.
Mr. Compton.
Where's Jonathan Compton? Is he ready?
Send the file up.
There's another one in here, attempted retail fraud. You want to talk to Mr. Compton
No,
too?
we're ready.
People against Jonathan Glenn Compton, 25W839357.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford representing Mr. Compton.
Compton, your name?
Jonathan Compton?
For purposes of arraignment, does he stand mute and waive formal reading?
Yes.
Your Honor.
All right, so now I'm entering a not guilty plea, and now he's going to plead to the added count of attempt retail fraud with a retail fraud to be dismissed. True?
True, Your
Does
Honor.
he have any priors?
Nothing aware of, Your Honor.
Have you been in trouble before? I'm gonna find out.
I got,
Attempt fraud, Your Honor.
Talk to me, Mr. Compton, yes or no?
as for, only thing I know is I got, a case in, Oregon, Ohio.
I
but
can't hear you.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, come on, tell me, what have you been
sorry.
involved in?
Traffic, I have like a speeding ticket,
Speeding ticket. I'm talking about a criminal offense.
I have a case in Oregon, Ohio, but it's pending. It's not.
For what?
They saying that I stole something that I didn't steal.
Okay. Any other convictions? Do you have any convictions so far?
No, I
besides
have no.
this one?
I have no convictions of.
So he's
criminal
just going to
stuff,
plead
no.
to attempt retail fraud. Where's Signet, Ohio at?
I live in Port Clinton, Ohio. It's a little bit
It's like-
east of Cedar Point.
Okay, so you're what, an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half from here? Is that about right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you still live in Signet or is that just an old address?
That's my old address. That's
What's
what
your
I
new
live in.
address?
335 and a half Superior Court, Port Clinton,
Superior,
Ohio.
hang on, Superior Court?
Yeah.
And that's in Clinton, Ohio?
Oh, Port Clinton, Ohio.
Fort Clinton, Ohio. What's the zip
Yeah.
there?
43452.
All right, so he's going to plead to attempt retail fraud. I'm going to take that plea, and then he's going to, the retail fraud will be dismissed. This isn't to be taken under any statute or anything. Then appears to have one prior property crime. So that's what he's doing. If you plead guilty here to attempt retail fraud, the possible penalties are up to $250 fines, 45 days jail. Costs are all those. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent, right to a trial by court or jury, right to question their witnesses, right to bring in your own, right to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and we will not have a trial. Understand that?
Yes.
To the charge attempt retail fraud, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you on November 29 of 25 in the city of Woodhaven, County of Wayne at Walmart, 23800 Allen Road?
Yes.
What did you do?
I thought the camera scanned and it didn't, and I just walked out. That was
Wait
my
a minute.
fault.
Hold on. Hold on. Did you take property intentionally that was offered for sale and walk past the cash register without paying for it? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Well, then what are you talking about? You thought you scanned it and you didn't. Did you steal this property intentionally or did you mistakenly take the property past the cash register?
I took it past the cash register.
You intended to steal the property. Is that true or false?
True.
Then what were you going on and on about some camera that the camera didn't scan it? What are you talking about?
That's what, I mean, that's just something I was talking to. I'm sorry. It's my bad.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
What's a tacticam? I've never heard of that. What is a tacticam? Do you know?
I think it's something used in the course of hunting for deer. You set it up, area, if I see there's motion.
All right. Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
And the property was recovered, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Plea is accepted to attempt retail fraud. The retail fraud's dismissed. How far is Fort Clinton? You're about am I right? About an hour and 20 to an hour and a half?
Yeah, something about that, yeah.
Where does he work?
He's not working right now, Your Honor. He's in a major car accident. He's not able to work right now. But he is prepared to submit some type of payment arrangement to take care of whatever fines and costs for his
Anything you'd like to say, sir?
No.
100 fines, 180 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 405 or 45 days. How much can you pay today? Anything?
Your Honor, my client can't pay anything today. We need to submit, he can pay $100 every 2 weeks, starting January 16th.
I'll do that. $100 bi-weekly beginning January 16th. Listen carefully. If you don't have the money, no problem. Call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll be glad to give you an extension. Don't ignore me, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Good luck. Thanks a lot.
Thank
You
you.
have that other one to take care of, right? Okay, thank you. All right, counsel, are you ready on one?
Yes, sir.
Do we have that file? Did you make it up? Okay. Roberts, Jeremy Christian Roberts. Jeremy Christian, Antonio Robertson, 25W8370064. Your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Peter Granada, P784113 LNAC, representing Mr. Roberts.
Your name?
Pierce, something here, Roberts.
So he stole something, he's gonna plead him to disorder.
Disorder.
And there's $1,146 that he stole?
Yeah, Your Honor, if I could explain that.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear.
Your
This should be a felony.
Your Honor, Mr. Robertson is a barber, and one of his clients, who he had only cut his hair one time, asked him for help to go to Lowe's to basically bring some building materials from Lowe's to a building site because he knew he had a pickup truck. So he agreed to help his friend out.
went into the store with him. They collected whatever materials they were. His client, actually, everything that was on both his cart and his client's cart was scanned through. But unbeknownst to Mr. Robertson, the card was declined. And since it was a self-checkout and
Hang on a
the
second.
person wasn't actually watching what was going on, his client gave him the nod.
Johnny Alphonse Green.
This is possession of cocaine, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
He stands mute, waives formal reading.
Correct, Your Honor.
Does he have any prior drug offenses?
No.
This says that he's going to plead guilty.
Under 7411, yes, Your Honor.
Yet another one right after this in Lincoln Park, it looks like.
Yes.
If you plead guilty here to possession of cocaine, I'll take this under 7411. Possible penalties they're charging under local ordinances up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs of all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? To the charge, possession of a controlled substance, specifically cocaine, how do you plead?
Good.
On November 14 of 25, were you in the city of Woodhaven, County of Wayne?
Yes.
And were you specifically at West and Gudith at 1:43 in the morning in Woodhaven on that date? And were you in possession of cocaine?
Yes, sir.
Was it in a vehicle, on your person? What? And were you driving the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Were you by yourself?
Yes, sir.
Where was the cocaine in the vehicle?
It was sitting under the armrest.
And you knew it was there?
Yes, sir.
It was your cocaine?
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Please accept it to that charge. I'll take it under 7411. I'm going to refer him for a screening and assessment. I'm going to give you a $2,000 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, sir.
Also, I want you to understand, you are going to go over to the Woodhaven Police Department by 2 p.m. today to get fingerprinted and photographed. That is a condition of your bond. You understand that?
Yes.
You're going to be screened and assessed today. You're going to fill out a questionnaire and be interviewed as soon as you leave the court. First, you'll go down and get your notice of your court date, then you'll come back over to probation. You are going to undergo a screening and assessment. You're going to go to AANA at least 3 times a week. You are going to test weekly. So I just want you to be aware you're to test weekly, and they're going to set you up with testing. So you're going to be tested weekly. You're going to go over there. You are going to be tested weekly. They'll set you up. They'll give you a color every time you go. We will receive the results, and you're not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. So weekly testing, no marijuana, no alcohol, no illegal drugs, in person, AA, screening and assessment, test weekly. I'm going to give you a sentence date, and that will be in this case on,
It'll be February 4th at 9:15.
okay, February the 4th at 9:15. Okay?
Thank you, man.
Do you understand everything? You got to get off of this stuff.
I just got out of.
I don't want you to talk. Okay, good. Show them that, but I don't want you to talk about the case, but it scares me. 11 days later, you were getting picked up. Don't even mention it. Don't talk about it. Good luck. Daryl King Jr., 25G 306-414, 21T-636-962A and B. And can you get that last one done for me, Mr. Crawford?
Yes, soon I can file.
Okay.
What? I don't know.
I think that was the last one.
Didn't you have another drunk driving or something?
Oh, that was, yeah.
Okay. Your appearance?
Daryl King Jr.
Your name, sir? Your name?
King Jr., sorry, sir.
Detective, your name?
Detective Corporal Sean Chifani, Trent Police Department.
For purposes of arraignment, he has 21T-636-962A, B, and C. He doesn't show up in court. And he also has 25G306-414. Does he stand mute, wait formal reading?
Yes.
Well, He's another one that's gonna end up with a bond. And then people will say, well, the judge locked somebody up on a suspend. What do they want us to do when the guys repeatedly don't show up? And then they tell us stories. I mean, he's missed multiple times on these cases. 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 3 or 4 times on these cases. So I hope you got some money with you, Mr. King. Hope you've enjoyed playing fugitive. Where does he work? How much does he make?
It's not working right now. He was, picked up going to the job.
Picked up going to a job interview. Where was the job interview?
At Walmart in Dearborn off Southfield Road, sir.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. It's bad. I don't know what to tell you. Did Redford turn him over to you guys? I mean, Dearborn turn him over to you guys, Corporal?
Your Honor, I believe he was stopped in Riverview, and Riverview turned him over to us.
Why were you telling me you were going to Dearborn Walmart? You live in Redford, right?
Yes, but I stay on I stay in Riverview, Michigan 19470, and that's where I was coming from. Riverview, Green Trees Apartments off 4th Street, sir.
I'm not sure I understand. How could you get okay. Anything else?
Judge, that's previous criminal history, apparently some kind of an assault from 2015. So he did a few months in paper saying of unsuccessful completed probation. He hasn't had any serious criminal events since, other than just the traffic violation.
You don't show up. Judges can't give personal bonds. Pass it around when you're down there at Dickerson or wherever they take you, okay? 3,010% on 962 A, B, and C combined. 2,010% on 306414. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. The earliest date I can give you, I'll give you tomorrow. I'll be more fair with you than you have been with us, okay? That'll be January 8th at 10 o'clock in the morning. You're all right with that, aren't you? Us being
Absolutely,
more fair
sir.
with you, us being more fair with you than you have been with us?
Yes,
You're
sir.
okay with that, right? I mean, you don't want me to treat you like you treated us, are you? Do you? Or else I'd set this for next July.
No,
Right?
sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I just turned 36, sir, and just got married.
Quit acting like you're 14. Stop doing this. Have them fill
Yes,
out
sir.
a petition for court-appointed lawyer, detective. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Polk, do I have a case with Mr. Polk? He keeps popping his head in.
No, I just put him in a breakout room.
Does he have a case with me?
He does. I told him he had to file his appearance. He said he thought he filed it. It's with Wells.
What kind of case is that?
That one is operating with a high BAC, it looks like, Judge. I just finally threw him in there because I've had an attorney and a client in with York for quite a while, and Mr. Polk's been waiting, so I finally just threw him in there.
Is that the last case?
That was the moment.
This courtroom hearing quickly turns into a powerful lesson about responsibility and accountability. A young defendant appears before the judge after failing to pay court fines, even though he earns around $25 an hour at his job. The judge immediately questions why someone with a steady income ignored multiple court notices and failed to appear when ordered. As the defendant tries to explain that he was dealing with financial problems, transportation issues, and never intended to avoid the court, the judge repeatedly reminds him that the real issue isn't just the unpaid money, it's the lack of communication. The judge explains that if the defendant had simply come to court earlier and honestly asked for more time, an extension would likely have been granted without any problem. Throughout the hearing, the judge becomes increasingly frustrated as the defendant interrupts several times while trying to justify his actions. The judge firmly warns him that interrupting the court only makes the situation worse, and emphasizes that respect for the legal process is essential. Despite his tough approach, the judge also shows fairness and compassion. Instead of sending the defendant to jail, he gives him one final opportunity to make things right. The court reduces the amount owed by giving credit for the time already spent in custody and orders him to pay the remaining balance by a specific deadline. Before ending the hearing, the judge delivers an important message that applies to everyone. Judges are willing to work with people who are honest and proactive, but ignoring court orders only creates bigger problems. The defendant leaves the courtroom with another chance to fix his mistake, along with a clear warning that future violations may not receive the same leniency. This case serves as a reminder that taking responsibility early can prevent small problems from turning into much more serious legal consequences.